Hello everyone, this is DerKrampus, and welcome back to Sailwind. When we last left off, we had just arrived at Mount Malefic. We will be taking the mail to 4 Day Stream after first taking it to Sunspire. What it needs to look like. We could eat. It helps that Mount Malefic is one of the nicest little towns in the entire Eastern region. Bit of a walk, though. Are they not? It's just okay. There's a well. That's good to know. Let's have some bread. Got water on the ship. Alright. So we're down here in the southeast part of the region. And there's really nowhere to go except north through Sunspire to 4 Day Stream. Once there, we'll see if we have enough coin to maybe upgrade the ship a little bit. We could do something about the sails, get something a little bit easier to handle. Perhaps. Maybe we can cut this off the top. We'll see. Let's see what we're doing for coin when we get there. Wind is favorable. Let's cast off. Don't worry, everyone. Don't worry about that. That's normal ship sailing sounds. Yes. Yeah. Everything's fine. I'm fine. The boat is fine. So we want to be on that south side of Sunspire, so we kind of want to just go straight in, I think. Yeah. Let's get the fishing rods in the water. Looks like the wind's gonna pick up, so let's actually, instead of lifting it up, let's just trim it into the wind a little bit. There we go. Let this out just a little. Okay. Where the wind should heal us over just a little bit less. There are some mods in the shipyard expansion that might make this a little bit more blue water capable. We can take out onto the open ocean. Things like the deep keel and maybe a second mast and some stay sails so that we have options for how we're going to power it. Don't think it's quite ready yet. It's still very top heavy with the aft castle here. Mostly, it looks like we're just going to have a nice, clean, straight shot straight into Sunspire. Let's go ahead and take a quick nap. And I'll come back once we come out of it. Okay, so that was quite a long nap. Looks like we're still mostly on target. Mostly. Let's grip up nice and tight to the wind. That should bring us in, right? No. No, let's... Yeah, let's tack through. Just for a little bit. I think we lost that. There we go. We did not quite make that tack. That was a failed tack. Very much so. Alright, so we are just gonna back ourselves up. It's important to know what to do if you fail a tack. Keep on reversing, keep on backing up. Through the eye of the wind. Once we get going, straighten the helm out. Let go on this side. There we go. That's all there is to it. It'll start straightening us back out. Of course, now it looks like the wind changed direction. We could actually get in there. Oh. Yeah, we'll ride this way just a little bit. Just for a little while. We'll get some speed up and then we'll turn back in. There we go. Let's see if we can not botch this one. have any fish yet? There we go. This, of course, is one of the problems with the standard cog rig, is lots of difficulty beating towards the wind. It's alright, we'll have all that sorted out soon. Very soon. That's got a fish on it as well, okay. It wasn't bent over, I guess the fish kind of dislodged in a wave or something. Here we go. Yeah. And if ever anyone's concerned about why I was able to catch fish without holding the rods in my hand, it's because I have the idle fishing mod installed, which you can get on the Discord. Right, there's the lights from Sunspire right there. All that's left is to just slowly creep our way in. So I guess I'll let you guys go, and we'll come back once we're a little bit closer. Alright, we're on approach to Sunspire. Sunspire, yeah. Yeah, this is Sunspire, right? Sunspire, yeah. So we're on approach to Sunspire. We'll unload the mail that we've got here. We'll probably pick up another one heading to 4 Day Street. And then I think I'm going to sleep on the boat until daytime. And hopefully, in that time, the wind may have shifted, because right now, we'd pretty much have to claw our way directly upwind in order to get to where we're going. can, but it'll be slow going. This one down. And then we'll tighten this one down. These used to be elastic. You could just stretch them out for like a mile and then send your ship airborne. It was hilarious. This is much better. Gives you more control. Alright. Sunspire. Really doing good on supplies. We don't really need to buy anything while we're here. We're just going to pick up the mail going through to 4-Daystrom. Can we take more yet? We cannot. Alright. Eventually we'll get to the point where we can take 3, 5 different bundles of mail at one time, but we're not there yet. Doing 2 days, doing 3 days. Alright, so we'll try and do it in 2 days. We said we were going to sleep on the boat. Alright. Let's sleep on the boat. Should go really fast because boats, the rest on the boat at anchor or in port, yeah, time passes much more quickly. Alright. Let's go ahead and cast off. Which way's the wind going? Looks like it's the same. So we might want to actually get away from the wind. Get the boat turned around in that direction. And go around the east side of the island. And then circle our way northwest. Maybe we can get all of our sails into play again. We are going west, almost due west actually, is where we're going to want to go. Any fish we can eat, we do. Now, every time I turn around, I see the sail, and I think it's a mountain that I'm sailing straight into. That's not going to stop. I'm going to keep on doing that. If I haven't stopped doing that in 700 hours of play, I'm not going to start now. There we go. This one, do you have anything on? No. Keep trying to catch fish. Sushi. Alright. that didn't do much. Well, hopefully we'll catch some more. Okay, let's turn towards the north. That constellation is the Northern Bow. It's used to find your latitude in certain types of navigation using the quadrant. That'll become more important later. So both sails are yelling at us. This one wants to be tight in. We are coming up about as close to the wind as we can get. So, fall off just a little bit. Keep up some speed. Wind is coming from, looks like, about that way. So we'll get clear of the island. We'll tack across at probably that angle. Or maybe we'll just keep going this way until we can shoot straight into Fort Astron. We'll see. See how it ends up. For now, let's take a quick nap. And I'll be back in just a minute. Alright. So this is Sunspire, and that right there is the capital, right over there. So if we go straight there, we are almost due east of it. And the wind is coming out of the west-northwest. So I think we can make this happen. Let's go ahead and slack this off all the way. Both sides. Let's just haul ourselves over. Get ourselves pointing over there. Something like that. There we go. And we'll pull this in. Pull this across. There we go. Do the same over here. There we go. Nice and clean. And onward we go. And we get a little bit closer to it. I think we can. I think we can. Apparently we cannot. Didn't like that at all. Alright. Fall off the wind a bit. We'll tack again in a bit. Get onto something that the boat is more comfortable with. There we go. See if we had a nice gaff sail or something on there, like certain hedonistic other captains whose name we will dare not speak. Maybe we'd have something going. I'm thinking we'll end up rigging this into something like a pocket brig. You know, 2 sails with a gaff on the back, staysails, jibs. If we can. If we can't, that's a shame, but maybe. Maybe. Very least, rigging some staysails would be nice. Has the wind shifted again? See, now I almost think we can make it over there. It does seem like it shifted out ahead of us again, so... we'll probably end up backing our sails, reversing ourselves into the direction we want to go. Let's back this way. Back that way. There we go. Yep, keep on going. Keep on coming. There we go. Alright, right about there. Let that go. And we have wind. Excellent. Very good. If we can finally get free of Sunspire here. We're going to want to approach Fort Astron from the north, so this is good. It's good to be on this side of it. Eventually, I'd like to get into the preserving, smoking, all that, but I don't think we're quite there yet. It's still not liking that, so let's point ourselves more at Siren Song over here. Off in the distance, you can see something cutting through the fog over at the capital. I believe that's the Clipper. That's the big endgame ship that we're eventually going to strive for. It costs 550 gold lions, and the exchange rate is not favorable. We've got a long way to go. Lofty ambitions for a mailman. There we go. Get some thumbnail material going. Well, at least it's nice. The wind's coming out of the wrong direction, but at least the seas are nice and calm. Perhaps not the most exciting to look at, but at least it's good for sailing. I'm going to go ahead and take a short nap to pass the time, and I'll be back with you when we wake up. Hey, we're back. Let's see what we look like. Alright, so Fort Astron is west-southwest of us, and the wind is coming from just north by west. Alright. I think that's doable. Not the most comfortable, but doable. Let's head over this way a bit more. What is that? Is that... What is that ship? Are you guys seeing that? What is that? It looks like a shipwreck. I've never seen that, because the brig should still be over there. Yeah, that has 3 masts, so it's not a stock brig, but it's definitely shaped like the brig. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. What is that? Okay. I've never seen that before. That's genuinely surprising. And now it's got me wondering, is that a mod interaction? Is that something new that was added with the update? Because this is... Which one is this? Firefly? That'd be Firefly, right? I haven't been on this side of this island. We're gonna sail in close and we're gonna take a look at that, because I just wanna take a peek. See what it is. I doubt it's, something new for sale. I'm sure it's just some kind of scenery, but we'll take a look at it anyway. And then we'll tack back towards Fort Astron once we've satisfied our curiosity. Yeah, that's what we'll do. How we looking? I'm not gonna crash into anything, not yet. Although it would be kind of funny to run the boat aground right next to the grounded ship. And that is what it looks like. It looks like a ship that's been run aground. Can we get out of there if we go too close? I don't think we could. We don't really have the wind for it, because we'd have to come out, like, tacking through there. That could be treacherous. Maybe we just take a picture, and we'll come back at another time with better wind. See what that actually is. Alright, let's get back to work. Come on. There we go. Alright. There. Alright. Now we're on attack for Astron. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, we're pointing where we want to point. Let's go ahead and speed up some time. Alright, looks like the sun is setting. We are well on our way. It's looking like we'll end up pulling right into the shipyard, more or less. Which isn't really where we want to be yet. We're not going to have a whole lot of coins. This only pays us 30, this pays us 61. We're at 285 now, so not too much. We'll be at like, what, 376? That's not enough to do much of anything to the boat. We'll just have to continue our circuit. When we're on our way back, we'll swing back through here again, and then we'll start making some serious changes. I think we're eventually going to want a bowsprit, a deeper keel, 2 masts, stay sails, jibs, square sails, a gaff on the back. At least that's what I'm picturing in my mind. That seems pretty seaworthy in my mind, but I can't remember the last time I made a big international voyage in one of the starter boats. Least of all the cog. I know I've done it in the Dow. I don't think I've ever done it in the cog. Alright, we are going to have to get significantly closer to the wind in order to make a clean entry here. So let's come in like that. There we go. Because the wind's shifted to the north. And this will just drive us right on in. There we go. See, everything worked out. What we have to do is not run into the clipper over there, which I haven't figured out why it seems to cut through the haze so abnormally clearly, but there you go. And to the left is the brig, which is actually closer. So that's going to be our 2 future goals. We'll probably just shoot to get into the brig, and we'll start trading, because for the cost of the clipper, you could buy 5 brigs, and I don't think we're going to get there hauling the mail. We're going to have to get out from under the company's thumb and start working for ourselves if we want the clipper. This is one of my favorite ports, though. I do like Fort Astron. And the brig is probably my favorite ship in the game. I've probably logged more hours in that than anything else. I've taken it to Kronos. I've taken it back from Kronos. I'm excited to see what the larger, leaner, faster ship can do that trip in. How many days? I've seen some people throwing chip logs off on the Discord with something like 20 knot speeds out of that boat, which is kind of insane, but also kind of awesome. Let's pull up our square sail just so that we're not having to do that later. And we'll just let the jib pull us in. Yeah, no, let's go ahead and pull into the shipyard. Let's see what we can afford. It's not going to be much, but maybe we can make things a little bit better. We're just going to sail straight into the dock here, I'm sure. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. And throw on the brake. There we go. Because we're probably going to want to depart downwind in that direction. Just looking at the way the wind is going, the wind has been tending out of the northwest. So to get to Aestra Abbey, we might want to actually shoot up to Siren Song and hit all those places along the way. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's deliver the mail. And then we'll rest. We'll take a look at the shipyard options we have. We'll price things out. Let's see how much it'll cost to actually get the cog into sort of a little mini brig configuration. And it won't be the best at any one direction, but it'll be decent in most wind conditions, which I think is what we want. We certainly want to have enough sails to where we can take some sails down and depower the ship offshore. Can we do this at night now? We can do this at night. Cool. Alright. So, there we go. Okay. Okay, I think that could work. What kind of rotation do we have on these? 45, 50, so not too bad. I think we can make something like that work. So what would that come to? 4,492 Aestrin crowns, of which we have like 300. So yeah, we've got a bit to go. Back to basics. What would it cost to just throw a gaff on here? What would that cost? $300, so we could do it. We could do it. So do that, and then maybe take the shrouds and shift them forward. 544. That's a lot. That's a lot. We don't really need it to swing out too far because we have the square sail. It would just be like what we have now. So, get as low as we can, still having something resembling the ability to pivot it. Make it nice and clean and white. We could do this right now, I think. Let's do it. Why not? Alright. We'll come back for the rest later. But I think we have a plan of where we want to go with the boat. That'll be nice. Alright. Let's tie off. Let's tie off. Let's take a nap. Oh, alright. We'll tie off. We'll take a nap. We'll eat something in the morning. And then we'll pick up another contract and we'll head out. Can we afford to eat something? We can afford to eat something in the morning. Alright. Let's take a quick nap. And we'll come back in the morning. Alright, it is morning. We are hungry and we are thirsty. Is it morning? It's not morning yet. But we are thirsty and we are hungry, so let's eat something. Actually, it's not morning yet, so I'll probably just cut this part of the video out and come back in the morning. That's probably what I'll do. You'll never know that this part of the video existed. Unless you paid very close attention to the level of water in that barrel. And then you'll know. You'll know that I'm an absolute fraud. Or maybe I'll leave this in. I mean, I can't now, can I? Can I? Alright, it is morning. Let's get some food. Yeah, let's just swim under the boat. Get ourselves some food. Get ourselves some work. Maybe we'll go check out the cutter a little bit, but I think we'll save that for later. Cutter? I think I might clip her. Alright. So for mail, wind is still coming from, it's coming from about that way. So yeah, let's take the mail to Astra, why not? Yeah, mail to Astra Abbey, that sounds good. There's not really a place to go from there, I guess. Straight up to Eastwind from there, so let's also grab mail to Eastwind. Hopefully we won't just miss Eastwind like we did before. Can we still not take a third? We could take a third. Oh, that's tricky. What about... What if we hit Siren Song on the way up, kind of zigzag our way up there? Yeah, let's do that. And let's get something to eat, and then we'll go. There we go. I feel better already. Alright. Astra is doing 2 days. That's going to be our first port of call anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. It's 1. Siren Song in 3 days. Okay. So that gives us like a day past Astra to get up to Siren Song, which seems reasonable. You see, if we could haul other types of cargo, this wouldn't even be a concern. We'd just haul all the cargo to the same place and call it a day, but... Alright, 4 days to Eastwind. Could be tricky, but I think we'll make it. I think we'll be alright, and if the mail's a little bit late, well, that's... We'll just have to live with that. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast off. We'll start heading to the west. Almost due west. Alright. Off the dock. There. Let's put that new gaff sail. Oh, that's... They moved the winch. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let's put that new gaff sail to use. Alright. Hopefully that'll push us around this way. There we go. Get these out. Get them trimmed up tight. So we're gonna end up sailing pretty close hauled up into the wind, I think. Yeah, we're gonna depart it like as tight as we can get right through here. There we go. Alright. Is it balanced? The gaff has a little bit of... So it's going to try and push us that way. Maybe if we ease off onto the bit. Where's the winch for the gaff? That must be it there. Ease that off just a bit. What's the wheel going to do? Is the wheel going to center up for us? A little bit. I'm happy with that. Alright. There's a fish on there. Good. Weather helm isn't going to be much of a problem in relatively calm seas. But if there were a lot of waves, we'd have to balance that out, or the boat would try and round up on us every time we lift the rudder out of the water. For those who don't know, if the boat is trying to turn upwind, that's called weather helm. If the boat were trying to turn downwind, that's called a lee helm. Typically, boats are designed to have a little bit of weather helm, because if you're in a storm and the wind gusts, what you want the bow to do is turn into the wind and into the waves. It's better for the boat to round up into the wind and stall and heave to than it is for it to try and turn away from the wind, away from the waves, and get knocked down. So there's your real-world sailing lesson for the day. let's say goodbye. Take a farewell image of our new beautiful vessel. Promo materials, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, promo material. Alright. We gotta get everyone psyched about the postal service after all. So let's get it nice and cleaned up. None of this red staining on here. I know this has no effect. It's something to do. It's a time filler. Eventually it might have an effect, but I don't think it does anything just now. Maybe when maintenance comes up, we'll have to scrub the bottoms or something in order to preserve speed. You know, get all the seaweed and barnacles off there. That'd be cool. It'd probably be tedious, but it would be realistic. Usually you have to haul a sailboat out every year or two for a bottom cleaning. And that's a modern boat with modern paint. Something around this time wouldn't have had any kind of anti-fouling paint on it. It might have had a copper bottom or something like that to try and keep things from growing on it. But depends on location, depends on who owned it, and depends on what time period. People need to remember the age of sail was like 1,000 years or two, so yeah. I always think it's funny. You occasionally see you'll see headlines and articles and things like that that say things like, oh, a new startup is seeking to revolutionize shipping with wind-powered cargo ships. And I'm like, oh, who could possibly have imagined powering a ship with the wind? It's many, many generations of sailors just rolling over in their graves at that headline. You know, am I a joke to you? It is cool, though. I mean, the wind is free. It makes sense. Fuel is expensive. Wind is free. I'm probably going to end up getting a sailboat of my own for that very reason at some point. It almost feels wrong to live in sunny Florida, surrounded by ocean, and not have some kind of boat. And you can usually get a used sailboat reasonably cheap. Especially down here. This is where the boats are for sale, as they say. Or maybe I'm just getting too old and I'm getting that dad impulse where I want a boat. I don't know. I think most of the people who are interested in Sailwind would understand that sentiment. So, that's Astra Abbey over there. What direction do we want to approach that from? We probably want to come in from the north looking at it. So, let's go ahead and continue where we're going. We are heading north-northwest. And we'll turn toward it once we're about even with, say, Firefly Grotto. When Firefly is due east of us, we'll head towards Astra Abbey. Which will be a little while yet. So let's go ahead and take a little siesta. I'll come back to you in a few minutes. We'll probably wrap up the episode once we're finished our tack. Because we've been going for about an hour now. My count's correct. Alright, we're back. Firefly is directly to our east, which means it's time to make our tack towards Aestra Abbey. We're going to ease off. Head sails. We'll let the gaff jibe its way through the wind. Is that as well? Is it just me, or is it somehow even more difficult to tack now? Alright. Yeah, that just stopped us dead into the wind. It weather vaned us. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. Alright, Cog. Still got some tricks to play. Alright. And I still remember how to deal with it, so you really don't win in the end, do you? You really don't. And I am the captain of this vessel, not the other way around. And I will have the respect of my own boat. I may not have the respect of anyone else, but I will have the respect of my ship. I don't think that's too much to ask. Alright, let's tighten everything up. Do not round back up into the wind. Do not. Ease off. Come on. That gaff is kinda fighting us now. I think it might be too large. We might need a smaller gaff sail next time we refit. But for now, we'll make it work. We'll force it to work. Alright. At least the rudder seems mostly balanced right now. So, we're on our new course. We'll be in Aestra Abbey soon. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We'll call this the episode. I've been DerKrampus. Thank you so much for joining me today. It means a lot to me that you're all here. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, or comment, or subscribe. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. YouTube does not know the difference. And if you'd like to see something different, or if you have any feedback, please comment on it. I read all of the comments, and I do my best to get back to them. Thank you so much, and have a great day.